the god of the hunt, the horned god, the sun god, consort and mate to her we adore. That's right, guys. Today we're talking about the god. I'm Cloud with Moon Willow Magic, and welcome back to Wicca 101. So welcome back, guys. So let's get into it, shall we? Today we're talking about the god. Alright, so before we get into talking about the god himself, let's go back to last week where we talked about how the goddess and the god are a dual theistic idea within Wicca. Okay? And they are masculine and feminine, both separate entities but still equal. Okay? The god is the other side of the coin. Okay? The god is of the hunt. He is of life. He oversees the animal kingdom. He is of the sun. There is much to him. So let's get into it a little bit, shall we? This is the god Pan. He is one of the many, many horned gods out there. And as you can tell by looking at him, he has his horns, and he's got the long ears, the elbowy pointy ears, and he's got the pan flute, and he looks kind of bestial at the bottom. And this is the normal, basic depiction of the horned god. The god is also depicted sometimes as the Green Man, shown here depicted as a man made from nature and of nature. And this is according to some druidic gods and some others, okay? But there are lots of other pantheons. Like, you got Poseidon here from the Greek. And then who can forget all the crazy stuff going on up in Olympus with Zeus and Hera, and literally anyone else. You got Odin hanging out up in the North and Scandinavian traditions. And, of course, his son Thor, who we all know and love from our Marvel comics. But when it comes down to it, the horned god himself is depicted with antlers, usually some form of hooves, and all of that. So let's go back to Pan again. And let's go and talk real quick about who he is recognized a lot as today. That's right, people. So, your Christian Satan, and as he is depicted nowadays, generally is a re-personification of the horned god to be evil. And as long as they're considering that the case, well then, hail Satan. Because they got it all messed up. So, basically, what I mean when I say they got it all messed up is there was a process during the times when the Christians were out unifying the world, as we'll go ahead and be nice about it and say. So they were making an attempt at spreading their religion and stomping out other belief structures and old-time belief structures, such as early paganism. So they take the god and they kind of make him Satan over time and through stories, and then that gets taught to people's kids. So now when people see a horned god, before this was a revered spirit of the forest and somebody who was there to provide and to love with us, is now presiding over hell, and he's who you got to look forward to when you die if you're an asshole. So moving on, this is the symbol of the god. Alright, and there's the crescent moon to make it look like horns on top of the round sun there. So that would be the sun god, the horn god. This is kind of a symbol that kind of touches a few bases here. Alright, so in Wicca, you can look at the god in a similar fashion as the triple goddess is looked at between Maiden, Mother, and Crone. With the god, we have the son or the youth, the hunter or the father, and the sage, all right, or the wise one. There's a lot of different ways to put it, but there are also three separate aspects of manhood depicted through this idea of the son who grows in to become the hunter and the provider, to the old wise one who teaches all of the life's lessons. So you can look at it that way, but not every tradition of Wicca accepts that. But it's really just up to you if you want to be with it or not. So comment below, guys, if you have a patron deity that you work with on a regular basis, or if you don't, comment below why you don't. Definitely, let's get going with the conversation. So there's a poem, guys. Just like with the charge of the goddess, going hand in hand with that, there's also a charge of the god. Now, it's one of my favorite poems that, they've come up with in all of Wicca. And so we're going to go over that real quick. So there are many variations for this. So this one we're going to use the charge of the horned god. Listen to the words of the horned god, the guardian of all things wild and free, and keeper of the gates of death, whose call all must answer. I am the fire within your heart, the yearning of your soul. I am the hunter of knowledge and seeker of the holy quest. I, who stand in the darkness of light, and he whom you have called death. I, the consort and mate of her we adore, call forth to thee. Heed my call, beloved ones. Come unto me, and learn the secrets of death and peace. I am the cornered harvest and the fruit on the trees. I am he who leads you home. Scourge and flame, blade and blood, these are mine, and gifts to thee. Call upon me in the forest wild and on hilltop bare, and seek me in the darkness bright. I, who have been called Pan, Herne, Osiris, and Hades, speak to thee on thy search. Come dance and sing, come live and smile, for behold, this is my worship. You are my children, and I am thy father. On swift night wings, it is I who lay you at the mother's feet to be reborn and to return again. Now thou who thinkst to seek me, know that I am the untamed wind, the fury of the storm and the passion in your soul. Seek me with pride and humility, but seek me best with love and strength, for this is my path, and I love not the weak and fearful. Hear my call on long winter nights, and we shall stand together guarding her earth as she sleeps. So let me know about the song, the background of that, actually, because that's a little foreshadowing for a future Wiccan music experiment song. So that poem is absolutely amazing to me. I love it so much. Now, if you were looking for a patron god to work with, can't stress it enough, guys. Do the research, okay? You have to, okay? Think about the stories and the correspondences with each different god that are out there, and read up on the mythology and see what speaks to you as opposed to who you'd like to work with. You can also look into things that you would like to add to yourself. Some things you would like to learn about and work with those gods. However it is that you see fit, it is completely up to you to do the research and figure out what gods that you wish to work with, if any at all. So I can't thank you guys enough for sticking around today and watching this video with me. And, please, by all means, comment your thoughts below and comment whatever it is that you want to speak about the gods down below. Let's have a discussion. I always welcome it. And, yeah. So next time, guys, we're going to start going over a few more of the basic Wiccan beliefs. And so the next video is going to be on the Wiccan Read. Alright? So definitely want to stay tuned for that. I should have that up sometime next week. Alright? If you liked the video or you want to join the conversation, hit the subscribe button. Thank you guys so much. Cloud, check it out. And yeah, bright blessings and blessed be, guys.